Oh my god, guys, I won't even believe the episode of this week's Farming Life in Another World was so good. It was such a progressive anime. Like, you get to see new content each day. Not in just every anime, in this anime also, you get to see new content every day. So and yeah, I want to thank you all for showing me the support that you did on the last video which I posted. It reached over 200 views. I really thank you guys for the support that you have shown. So let's head straight into the analysis of this week's episode. Don't know why it's buffering. So I think I'll show it like this because okay. So yeah, in this episode, what actually happened is it's discussed again that uh, the god, mistakenly put this guy, into the forest of death. As you can see by the name itself, you get to know the forest of death. So it was a mistake by the god, but he somehow survives in that forest of death and makes a good life. But he also gets lonely. As you can see, he gets lonely after explaining all the things, how what he had learned so far in this anime. I won't go on to the details very much, but the first set of things that he learned was, I think the frame will come up like right now because I don't know why it's not loading. Okay, so let me find that frame. Okay, so there is a frame. As you can see over here, a horn grew out of nowhere. Well, it's a perfect frame. Well, I'm in a different world. I guess dogs have horns here. So he just assumes that dogs have horns. So after some research, with the help of dogs, he finds a river source, waterfall. To be exact, he finds a waterfall. With the help of the waterfall, he plans on getting water into his compound, which is successful in the later stage of this anime, of this episode. And we get to see another character here. Yes, I think in this frame. Yes, this spider-like creature. Its no name has been given for him yet. This spider creature makes excellent cloth and anything related to cloth material like dress, handkerchief, and all. So he appoints him for his daily cloth need, as you can see. I think I forgot to mention, but the winter season is coming on this anime, so it was really required to have these changes like in its clothes and all. As you can see, the winter it's gotten pretty cold outside. So after the season ends, like after the episode of no after the season of winter season, yes, winter season ends, the puppies go for outside, like, and then after a few days they come back with, yeah, partners as they are called. They come back with partners, and as we can see, the spider was a female, and she gave birth to little Spidey around her, and which will help her to grow, like cloth and all. With the addition of these few members, that meant it was time to work even harder at expanding the crops. So while working at the fields, he noticed the spider which was living on the top of the giant tree. ring an alarm, and it's not itchy or anything. He finds a little girl, which is later known in this anime as a vampire. As you can see in this frame, she's a vampire. It's not shown here her teeth, but she's a vampire. So after having this fateful encounter, she went to his fields, as you can see, and saw his crops. While after talking after some time, she was a medical herb researcher who was going around the world researching. And once when she was living in a town, she was attacked by some nobles for her research work, and she fled and ended up here. So yeah, after living some after just one day of exploring, our main character decides uh, decides to let ask her to let me remove this ask her to stay with him in the village which he has built over the years, not years, over the months. So after uh, leading her with every single request that he can find, I think this is a frame right here. Oops. Oops, not this frame. It's not showing here. Okay, alright, here we go. He begs her at this point to stay with him because he was getting pretty lonely. As you can see, in the forest of death, people can get pretty bored. So, after having this fateful encounter, next morning he wished everyone good morning, like her especially, and he makes this bold statement. Yes, she was the first person to move here. To then the dog barks and says that okay, that I'm living here first. So she was actually the 30th member. So she asks him to grow some herbs, medical herbs in the field, which he said, alright, sure. But then she said, okay, now I need to go to fetch some seeds, which he responds with, no need, I can do it without seeds too. So that's what a really cool thing. I think that will open a mountain of new knowledge for our vampire girl here that she can learn. Nope, we don't actually need seeds to grow them. As you can see, this table shows that okay, one new person is here, which makes the total count of humans 2. They have dogs times 10, and they have spiders also 10. Is this the correct number? Okay, spiders also 10. And after the outro, for we see a sneak peek of the next episode, the Forest of Darkness on the other side of the mountain. So basically, the shop owner, as we assume, is telling this little girl that you should not go to the Forest of the Dead because it's a terrible place to go. But our girl decides to go anywhere, and our girl, over here, unless you can sprout wings and fly, that is, like you can cross the mountain if you sprout wings and all, which she responds with, very well, I understand. Which leaves us to a big question, what will we see happen in the next episode? I think the title of the next episode is given already. Okay, episode 3, more and more new roommates next time. So when that, we end the synopsis of the episode 2 for Farming Life in Another World. Pretty good anime. I would still recommend you to watch it. If you have not watched it, please go watch it. Like, it's a honest request. Or if you're not watching, please watch my videos. As you can see, in my last videos I earned 200 plus views. So I think I'll earn more over here. Let's hope that that's the case. With that, I thank you for watching.